Hello, welcome back, everybody. I'm just starting the recording again. Right, we're going to move on to diabetic eyes now. How's everyone's energy level? Can you rate your energy level in the chat out of 10 for me? I'm going to rate mine. Yeah, I think I'm about a 7 as well. 7. Ben, that's unusually precise there. Okay, no one's dropped below 5. That's good. So all getting slightly tired, but not disastrously tired. Okay. So diabetes, another common slide that we get to see and write about. Let's go and look here. All right, so after the stretch break, we have 2 more things. We have got this one. And we have got, just pop one in, both of them I've put in the thing.
Are we going to straight to slides, or you're going to do the lecture link?
I was going to ask the team here.
Okay, good.
We need to do a quick run through the features of diabetic eyes, or would you like to go straight to the slides? So you can either type in chat slides or talk.
You get to do the slides both ways.
Yeah, it's basically.
Oh dear, we've got a mixed.
Right, more people need to vote.
Yeah.
It's a tie at the moment. You want a little bit of passive learning while I. Right.
I think talk is winning now.
Talk's winning now. We'll do a little bit of passive learning while we get our act together for the slides. Okay. Key changes in diabetic eyes. I will bring it up. I will share my slide. Oh, that's interesting. It says, sorry, the file you've requested does not exist. And yet I know that it did this morning.
Right. Oh dear. Let's see. Can we?
We can. We'll just go to the. I know.
Oh. Oh, okay. I know. If I go to previous classroom to find it. See if I can find it.
Or we need to go to the Google Drive for this classroom.
Problem solving. We're just searching for the file. Who knows? It's a mysterious thing. Okay, we're looking. Not that one.
Okay.
Oh.
I found it now, and I'm going to paste it into the document.
Yes.
And you can all have a look. It's just loading. And schedule. All right, this pasted in now is the actual talk. Good. And I'll go to the talk. Slideshow. And Zoom. Share screen. Diabetic eyes.
Right, that's good.
Slideshow. Perfect. There we go. All right. Key changes in diabetic eyes. Right. What's this? Everyone tell me what this is in chat. Oh, you thought I was just going to talk.
We don't do that.
All right. Cotton wool spots. Yes, cotton wool spots, cystoid bodies. Well done. Yep. This one, what's this one? It's a bit out of focus, sorry. What's this one? Had exudate, well done. Yep, had exudate. Deep in the retina. Yep, there's a bit of a subretinal exudate there as well. Yep. Okay. Oh, this is also this one's really faded out, but we've got a hard exudate and we've got a subretinal exudate. It is an old slide, yeah. Mm. And notice how the photoreceptors have died here. That's how we know that it's abnormal. All right, what's this? I wonder why they're all out of focus today. All right. Many of the mysteries. Yes, intraretinal hemorrhage. Well done, intraretinal hemorrhage. Mm. Okay, this one here is showing this vessel here. What's this change here? Hyalinization in the vessel, and this change here. This is a vessel, little arteriole, and it is thick-walled. Okay, yeah, arteriosclerosis. Well done. All right, so here we have the outer nuclear layer. Boop, 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 boop. Oh no, it's gone, and it's been replaced by some gliosis and some pigmented macrophages. What's this? Laser. Well done. It's a little burn scar. Yep. Okay. All right, that's the hyalinized vessel here, the amorphous pink material for those of you who didn't see it the first time around. All right, so what's happening in this slide? What have we got here? Subretinal exudate, well done. And what have we got here? Not hyalinization, it is arteriosclerosis. This is a little artery that is thick-walled. These, yeah, it's not got that like hyaline pink look. Let's count our layers. 1, 2, 3 is intact, but what's all this stuff here? What's this stuff here? Limiting membrane is lifting off. Yes, and this is the nerve fiber layer. ERM, epiretinal membrane. I can't, is there any vessels in it? I didn't think there was, and I've just got the chat covering it. And I think it's just like nerve fiber layer. Okay, next. Alrighty, so this one is slightly better because it's turned the other way around. What's this? Dead photoreceptors and a subretinal exudate. Well done. I'm just going to keep throwing these at you until you keep recognizing them. This one here is it hyaline or is it thickened? Arteriosclerosis. Well done. Okay, so this is the optic nerve, as you can see, which looks like it's got a bit of a waist. You'll now know this as the Kim Kardashian syndrome sign. And there's something happening over here for sure, but I think we're going to zoom in here and have a little look here. Oh, no, we aren't. At least we are. All right, so here we go. What's this? And probably this string here. Cystic degeneration of the nerve. This is neovascularization. I didn't think there was cystic degeneration of the nerve. I thought that this was like just it goes, out and in, so in and out. But yeah, we've got neovascularization. Great. All right, so I'm sure that you are getting real good at these. All right. What is this? What's, oops, sorry. What is this? Lacy vacuolization of the iris due to glycogen. Well done. The iris is looking all wrinkly and not necessarily neovascular. So here it is at high power. We've got the lacy vacuolization of the iris. And that was the end. Okay. So now we're going to have a look at the slides. Stop sharing, and you've got to scroll up through the chat a bit where I've pasted them in.
Or you can go to the schedule.
Or the schedule is fine. Yeah. Yeah.
Slides number 3 and 4.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll open them both again. There's no guessing at the diagnoses because you will have realized that the diagnoses are in the URLs. But the trick is to spot the changes. Okay, so we know what the diagnosis is, and we've got to accurately document the changes. So I'm going to put you with slightly different people again. So Amanda, you're doing room 1 and 2, Archana's with room 3. And Bridget, will you, Bridget, I'm going to move you to room 4. I'm just moving people around. Okay, so we've got Amanda in 1 and 2. We've got Archana in 3, Bridget in 4, and I'm in 5 and 6. Okay. Okay, welcome back. There we go. We've just got Amanda to come back, I think. There we go. All right, I will start recording. Okay, hello.
Oh, there was a lot going on in those eyes, wasn't there?
There was a ton going on in those eyes. There was a lot of really good observations for people to make.
Oh, goodness. Okay. What
You,
should we start with?
you bring them up and we'll quiz.
Okay.
Can we start with the disciform one?
Yeah. Do you want them both together or singly?
I think we'll do this one singly.
Okay, so what we want is it this one? Let's see. No, it's the other one.
This one. All right.
Am I hearing the right thing? Okay, good.
So we can make some key observations at low power here. So the first observation that I always make is, oh, there's not a tumor, which is kind of useful. But who can see 3 abnormalities at low power? Someone tell me in the chat, what 3 abnormalities can you see at low power? Subretinal fibrosis, yes. What other things can you see at low power? 3 abnormalities at low power. Artifactual retinal detachment, yes, that I'll count that, yes. And another one at low power. It's in the inferior part of the globe. Significant dandruff. Okay, well done, dandruff. All right. I was actually thinking not quite so much of dandruff, but maybe there's kind of like weird retinal thinning, isn't there? I don't know what that blob is that Amanda's going to point to. Maybe that's the dandruff.
That's the dandruff.
Weird retinal thinning and dandruff. Okay. And then tell me some normal things that you can see at low power in the chat. Open angle, yeah. Corneas looks normal.
Are you recording? Are you recording?
I am recording, yeah. Okay. Lens, how does that look? Fairly normal, yeah. A little bit of cortical separation, but pretty normal, yeah. Okay, so we know the actions at the back, don't we? So we have a choice here. Amanda, are you going to look where the action is at the back, or are you going to start at the front of the eye?
Well, I'm very systematic. I always start at the front and move to the back. This is what that way I don't miss things.
Yep. No, that's good. Okay, let's look at the cornea and check it out if it's normal, Amanda.
Going close. I'm looking for 5 layers. A, B, C, D, E. That's good. Bowman's, clefts, desmays. Yep.
Yep, good. A, B, C, D, E is a great way to remember what to look for in the cornea. That's really fantastic. Should we look at the angle now?
Let's look at the angles. Okay. What have we got? Well, look, open, yes. Artifactual separation up here, that white space. What's happening in there? Nothing much, really.
No, I think the angles look great.
Yeah.
I'm noticing the old person myelinization and the crinkled, lovely looking
Yeah, anterior iris has still maintained its rugy.
Elongation. Yep.
Yeah,
And the retinal pigment epithelium, sorry, the iris posterior pigment epithelium is looking fine.
fine. Yeah, it's not
They're
particularly
not
lengthy.
transpupillary, but never mind.
No, this looks like pupillary constrictor muscle there. Yep. Okay.
Okay, good. The angles look
Yeah,
good. The lens
then
looks fine.
got a little bit of degenerative change around here.
Should we start with the inferior globe? Because
okay, and then we'll go to posterior part of the globe. Oh, this is the part we were looking at with with our group, because it really pops out to me, this little irregularity that's sticking there and making a bump in the where the looks like pars plana of the ciliary body is.
yeah,
So we came to the conclusion that this is exogenous to the eye, and it looks like anucleate squamous cells.
in other words, dandruff.
Dandruff. So, yeah.
Yep. Okay. All right. So at low power, we're just coming in here, and we're seeing that this retina is looking quite cystic. How often do you see this cystic change in the equator of the eye, Linda?
Oh, here, this bit, you mean?
Yeah, so the bit just where it separates out, the bit by the dandruff.
Oh, okay.
There's
Close.
some cystic change in the peripheral retina here. I see it like in 90% of old person's eyes. It's just like
Yes, it's very
almost
common.
physiological.
Yes.
All right. So so we got told that this was a disciform scar. So the thing that I'm really interested in is looking for drusen.
Mm-hmm.
Should
Because
we
they're
look
just what little scars, little
they're little blobs,
eczema.
aren't they? Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're under the RPE. So I remember one meeting, they told me that there were like 11 different kinds of drusen. And
Oh my
how many
God.
different kinds of drusen are there, team? I was just blown away because they just look
They
like
all-
drops to me.
They all look the same to us.
Yeah.
Mm,
But they are there. I promise. We're just looking for drusen. Let's stroll along. So we're getting towards the posterior part of the eye, but not the macula. And so that's just what I do. I just scroll through the eye.
almost
There's
one.
maybe almost one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, look,
There's one. Yeah.
there we go.
Yeah. Little mound, and it's pushed up the RPE. Yes.
Yeah, there we go. And I think there's a few more now. We've got into the drusen zone.
Here's another one.
Another baby one, another big
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
And I'll just. Oh, there's a goodie. I'll just wait there for the screen to resolve, etc.
Yeah.
Right.
So how many kinds of drusen are there, people? Oh, what's the clinical research on drusen? You get to see more of them than I do.
Nobody gets an enucleation for drusen. is the thing.
Are there different kinds of drusen? Type yes, because I'm sure I spent a time talking about drusen to somebody. It's often hard drusens. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. All right. So we've seen some drusen.
Yep,
Let's go
seen drusen.
out of it.
Should we look at the rest of the retina then? It's
Yeah.
artificially separated. What have we got? This is where the ganglion cells, 1, 2, 3 photoreceptors.
Degenerate photoreceptors. So that's been detached for a little while, I think.
Hmm.
Yeah, a bit tatty.
Yeah.
And it's
Okay.
separated. All right,
Separated.
let's heading towards the back.
Okay, as we're coming along the back here. Coming along. I'll follow the RPE. So
Okay. Oh, there's something coming in at the top end just there.
at the top. Up
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
So that's our nerve fiber layer, isn't it?
That's but the pink stuff that's between the retina and the RPE.
Oh, they're coming in here. Yes. It's too thick and too pink, and it's getting thicker and thicker and thicker. It's like one massive drusen. No, it's
on the other side.
Inner. Yeah, inner. What's happened to the photoreceptors?
Okay. They have gone, haven't they?
They've been destroyed.
They are completely absent. And yeah.
So is this really a scar? I thought scars were made out of fibroblasts. I'm not buying this as a scar, even though
No, that's the exudate. I think we need to keep going to find the scar.
yeah, exudate. It's just a proteinaceous fluid.
It is, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, all right. Now I'm getting to see a bit more cellular activity. Yeah. Really quite a thick area here between RPE and outer nuclear layer.
The other thing that I'm noticing, Amanda, is in the choroid,
Yes.
it's about 4 o'clock. Oh, it's just gone. In the choroid.
Yeah. Up or down?
So it's like half, there's a vessel, half in and half, yeah, the vessel. Can you see the highlighted vessel?
Oh, this one?
No, in the choroid. Down, 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 down. Stop. No, down, down.
Down. That one.
Up,
No,
up.
that one.
Yeah. Sorry. Go up a bit more.
Up, 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 up.
Up. Stop there.
This one.
Is that a bit high? Do you think that's highlighted?
Well, it certainly looks thick-walled.
Yeah. So I wondered whether this guy actually
Yeah.
had diabetes, the guy who had the disciform sticker scar.
Yes.
Because that looks quite diabetic, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I
Those
wonder
people
why it looks thick-walled.
are very thick-walled.
I bet he had type 2 diabetes as well.
Yeah.
All right.
They all look like that.
Yeah. Okay. So we've got lots of edema. We've got this disciform scar.
Okay. So some of my in my group said, well, how do you know if this in the retina here, there's a lot of spaces. How do you know if it's edema or if it's just artifactually pulled apart?
Well, there is the pink stuff in it.
Yes, I thought these were quite a clue. So where are we? Ganglion, inner nuclear, and then there's these clear spaces, but they've got this sort of exudate material inside them.
They do. Yeah.
They do. So I think they're real, artifactual.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
And blood under the RPE is part of the pathology. Oh, blood under the RPE. Let's have a look at the blood under the RPE. Well, the first question I always ask myself is, well, we know that the choroid is full of vessels. Is this blood in a vessel or not?
I think it is, eh?
Yeah, it is.
Ovoid shaped blobs.
Arteries, veins, they're just really thin walled or capillaries, so you can't see. So these are dilated, congested vessels, not hemorrhage. It's still within the vessels. Okay.
I think that was all I found in this eye. Was there anything else you found?
Let me just remind myself.
Or anyone else found?
Yeah. What does the team think? More questions. Oh, I just wondered about why is the sclera so thin on the equator?
Thin, I don't know why it's so thin.
Like both sides of the equator, it's really
thin.
Like,
I don't know why it's thin. I've no idea.
But it's not making a staphyloma, so I'm not sure. Which is a bit odd.
Okay.
Yep. Okay.
The other one now?
Next one. Yes. Hang on. I have to change screens. Stop share. And minimize that one. And then we go up to the other one. Oh, the other one was quite cute, wasn't it? So share screen, share this screen, share that screen, and make this big screen. Okay. Yep, this one.
There's great low power findings. All right, so team, what are the low power abnormalities in this eye? Yeah, low power is really important. I'm just opening the chat.
I can't see the chat, so.
Okay, here we go. I've got the chat here and I'm scrolling down. All right, so
oh, lots of stuff. We have to look at the angles, we have to look at the retina.
Angle closure, yeah, peripheral cystic retinal changes, also central retinal cystic changes. All right, I'm sorry, you've hemorrhage in the angle. I didn't think there was hemorrhage in the angle at low power.
Okay.
It's well stuck down. I'm sorry, I can't see that. All right, CMO. I'm sorry, I'm really bad at your abbreviations. CMO. What's and VRT? Sahar, what's CMO?
Cystoid macular edema. Ah, yes. Okay. Could that be this here in the retina, you mean? The sort of thing that
yeah, so there's
on OCT.
All right, so we're seeing vitreoretinal traction at low power. So at low power, we can kind of see those little vessels tugging on that retina, can't we? Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
CMO, cystoid macular edema. Right. Okay.
Mhm.
And vitreoretinal traction. Good. That's really good low power observations. Yep.
Yes.
Should we begin at the front again, Amanda?
Sure.
So we've kind of got, we can see that this is a neovascular eye already with ankle closure. And so right from the start, we can start working out what's going on.
So one of the good things with when you do things systematically is that you don't miss unexpected things. So here, this is the cornea epithelium, which is artificially separated from the stromal part. But who noticed that there was something funny about this part of the corneal epithelium? Oh my goodness, it looks like a jigsaw.
Looks like you can imagine it looking a bit like a fingerprint, hey?
Yeah, it looks like
Looks
one
at
of
it
those.
from the top.
Yeah, it looks like one of those
Dystrophies,
dystrophies, corneal dystrophy.
like the
So,
map dot
yeah.
fingerprint type dystrophy. Yes.
So what's that got to do with neovascularization? Diabetes?
Nothing.
Nothing. That's why we look at things systematically.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so should you. Okay, so otherwise, the other bits of the cornea. So cleft,
Yep.
desmase, endothelium, tick, normal. Right, angle. Gosh, the irises look really short and stumpy with an ectropion. This is like really short and stumpy. Shouldn't it be a lot longer, like that length?
Yeah, I think it should be that length. I think it's well tacked down there.
Yeah, so what's that? Is that, do you call that a Seneki eye?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is stuck down to the posterior cornea over the trabecular meshwork. Yeah. Okay.
Unfortunately, the new vessels were quite easy to find on this one.
Looking anteriorly on the iris, you mean? Or
Yeah. Yeah. So there's a little cluster right by the edge of the ectropion.
Oh, okay.
We found, but the inferior, just there, yeah, the inferior leaflet is also really good. Now, if this is a diabetic eye like it was advertised to be, I want you to tell me in the chat, why isn't that iris epithelium full of glycogen? And we can see a little line of new vessels there. Amanda will point them out.
Along the anterior surface only.
Yeah,
what about
good.
These big jobs
Blood
down
sugar control at the time of enucleation. That's right. So glucose comes and goes from cells. Yeah. So I think the ones further towards the tip with the big cuffs, they're completely normal iris vessels.
Hyalinized due to hypertension, diabetes, and atherosclerosis?
The hyalinized just because they're iris vessels.
Okay, so that doesn't apply to the other
the iris vessels. Yeah.
Okay, doesn't apply. Right. So it just depends when you're looking at the vessel. And this looks like a mirror image.
Yeah.
Doesn't it? So this anterior Seneki eye.
Goes right back. Okay, so the lens.
Lens, let's go systematically. So I just start in the middle and work out, oh, it looks a bit thick. What's this? Oh, fibrosis, central, anterior, subcapsular, fibrosis, something like that.
That's right. Where have the epithelial cells gone, Amanda?
Now that's a good question, because I can see this lens capsule, thick lens capsule material. I don't see any good epithelial cells.
No. Where did the fibroblasts come from?
Well, they seem to be deep to the membrane here.
Yeah, where the epithelial cells should be. So we've talked about retinal pigment epithelium undergoing metaplasia, but this is lens capsule epithelium undergoing metaplasia to form this anterior subcapsular fibrosis. Yeah. Okay. All right. That was the lens. Good. And more posteriorly.
Move posteriorly. Shall I go? I'll follow the vitreous back until I hit something funny there.
Yeah, that is funny.
Just there's a pearl necklace floating in the vitreous.
It is
pulled up with traction. Somebody's pulled on my pearl necklace. So
yeah.
What are the pearls? They're hollow.
What are the pearls? The hollow pearls? Yeah. Without red cells in them.
Yeah.
Some of them have got occasional red cells in them. All right. So as we look at the epiretinal membrane there,
Yeah.
yeah, they are new vessels. They are, Karina. The epiretinal membrane. What's wrong with that one?
And then three little red blood cells.
Sorry,
in it.
the front surface of the retina is all wrinkled, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. And that's been pulled up in
Same.
two bunny ears to
Yeah.
traction. Yes. Okay. So we shouldn't have any vessels here.
Fibrovascular membrane. Well done. That's what we're looking at. A fibrovascular membrane.
Yeah.
That's in there, and we've got retinal wrinkling there.
Traction. It's pulling up the retina.
How many layers of cells are there?
In the retina.
Yeah.
Well, it's a bit diffused here. I can only see good outer nuclear. Inner nuclear is widened, and then I don't know where the ganglion cells went. If this is nerve fiber,
they went because it looks like there's neovascular glaucoma.
Okay, so I still don't see any ganglion cells.
So there's some edema here. I looked really hard for diabetic changes, and if we just stop there, there's a few vessels in the anterior part of the retina that looked tiny bit hyalinized to me, but I couldn't see any exudates. Did anyone find exudates?
No, I didn't find any either. So
no. And we know that they've got good diabetic control, so maybe in fact they had relatively good diabetic control. All right, there's one other interesting thing about this eye. If you go to the inferior part of the eye,
of the retina down here,
just follow it around.
Yeah, it's very interesting, isn't it? Because this is really quite thick, and then suddenly it goes really thin. Okay.
Yeah, there's no retina there. So we I know, it's like it's gone, hasn't it?
Where's the RPE gone? So hang on. This is what I know. This is retina. That's RPE. I can see it coming in here. And then suddenly I just see dispersed pigment, fibroblasts.
Retina completely atrophic. All right, so team, what can give a segmental completely atrophic retina? Are there some macrophages or something?
Yeah, RPEs come back, but still no ganglion.
Artery occlusion. Yep, both those things. So something like that to this retina. Yeah.
It's quite an extensive area though, isn't it? It's from there to there. Would you want a cryo
really big?
Something so big?
I thought it was probably artery occlusion.
Yeah.
So because diabetics will have other things wrong with them, and one of the things they will have is dodgy vessels.
So
if it's a diabetic eye, it could well have had artery occlusion. And though they're diabetic, then I think this segment of retina is another symptom.
It's a full thickness. It's an end organ damage, isn't it?
Yeah.
Of diabetic vasculopathy, I suppose. That's one way of thinking.
Okay, we're going to have another 5-minute break.
Right, do more jumping jacks.
Yep, because we're on the home straight, people.
Yeah. Okay.
Lives.
Back at 20 minutes past the hour. Yeah. Okay.